Did y'all see Hulu is about to release a documentary about 94 Freaknik? Yes. 1994 Freaknik. Yes. They are about to release a documentary. So, I've been to several Freakniks. 94 was one that I attended. So I'm just praying that Jesus be a fence. I'm praying that Jesus just be a big, tall privacy fence. That's my prayer. This Easter, this Good Friday. That's my prayer. I will say this though. Like when they would bring out those video cameras and start recording, I immediately removed myself from the that situation. I never ever was okay with being recorded out there. So hopefully that worked to my benefit, but you never know. You never know. So the only thing I got is if you see your girl in the documentary, hey man, at least I'm fully clothed. At least all my clothes is on. That's all I got. That's the best I got. But yeah, y'all, they about to put our business out in the street. Some of us might be on TV. So get your parental controls together. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Now, I would not grab your body, but there are people that will. They will, right. So you should dress appropriately. So
I resent that statement because, that's just me. I had a little shirt on. I had a little shorts on. I got it. I can flaunt it.
This is a party atmosphere. It's kind of like being at a ball game. Once everything gets going and you're walking around naked and you get grabbed, don't come crying at the end and say, oh, well, I didn't know I was going to get raped. Or I didn't know I was going to get fumbled. You can't say that because the sister's walking around down here showing a lot of her body that she is asking to be raped. That is just her saying that she is showing her body. She is a beautiful black woman who is flying herself. She has it so she can show it.
What's good, y'all? Top of the morning is Coffee. Back at it with another one, man. And as you can see, there's a lot of hype, a lot of discussions going on, a lot of anxiety, just a lot of talk in general about Hulu announcing that there is a upcoming Freaknik documentary in the works. From my understanding, this thing is slated to drop 2024 to coincide with the 40th year anniversary of Freaknik. Or would that be 2023 maybe? Maybe this thing's coming sooner. I'm hearing 24. I'm not sure exactly when the first Freaknik was, if it was 83, 84. But I don't know. There's a lot of talk about this, right? You heard the woman there in that now viral TikTok. She seemed a bit nervous. Like, man, they got a documentary coming on. What was she talking about? That she wished that there was a privacy fence that didn't allow cameras in, or I don't know. She just seemed a bit nervous, and she was saying, that when the cameras came around, she just kind of, got the fuck up out of the way, and she was always close. So I don't know. It didn't seem like she was super nervous, but just her being there, the thought of this event, all these years ago, now being brought back to life for the purpose of this documentary, it kind of seemed like she didn't really know exactly how to feel, but she definitely saw some things go down there. But I see a lot of individuals saying, we need a Girls Gone Wild documentary, or what about MTV Spring Break documentary, etc. Yo, the Girls Gone Wild thing, I think that dude's locked up, man. I remember thinking a while ago, I want to do a video about that, man. I think dude went to prison for something else, but he definitely seemed like a sleaze ball McGreaseball, like from my understanding, a lot of the stories I heard back in the day is he used to just go, jump out at events. I think spring break and, other things of that nature with t-shirts, trying to find drunk girls like, hey, flash the camera. I don't even know if this dude was getting releases, was even IDing them women to make sure they were of age. I don't know. But comment if you think we should do a Girls Gone Wild and the guy while he's in prison video and all that. Let me know in the comments below. But I hear all of this going on, and I'm like, in what light are they trying to make this documentary? Just purely to document, Freaknik, the history or whatever of it, or is it just purely highlight the controversy? As from my understanding, there was some controversy, there was some things that happened that went down. I was never there. I heard stories of Freaknik. You know what I'm saying? I had friends and my friends, family members that went all the way down to the ATL to go to Freaknik, and we definitely heard wild stories and everything like that. But anyone that was there or knows, or just wants to comment, as always, like any topic talked about on this platform, I want to hear about it, so get active in them comments. But I'm just saying, when it comes to documentaries, whatever the topic may be, or any show production period, it's all about who's making it, and what are they trying to focus on? Are they just trying to tell the story as a whole, or are they trying to focus on certain aspects of it? And it's just, I don't know, it's just wild, the discussions going on in the blogosphere about this over the past week or so, and if you caught that clip in the very beginning as well, I think that's some old fraudulent Kanye West footage, right? Because I'm seeing this jumping off on social media. It's like Kanye chilling. There seems to be a girl twerking or whatever. You hear some, I don't know if that's Uncle Luke music playing or Two Live Crew or something of that genre. That, what did they call that? Like Uncle Luke, Two Live Crew, that the genre with the heavy bass and pop that and all that. I can't recall the exact genre or name that style of music was given. I don't know why. In my head, I'm wanting to say like booty bass music, but I feel like a real cornball saying that. So maybe I'm just bugging. But I don't know if that was exact song, but it's besides the point. It's Ye chilling, the girl's there, and it's like, oh, yo, Kanye West's old Freaknik footage comes back out again, resurfaces online, because as from my understanding, this same clip came out back in 2021 and was said to be at Freaknik, but a lot of cats are saying, nah, that's some other event in Texas. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's cap. A lot of people are pointing out, look what Ye's wearing. That looks more like the early 2000s college dropout attire type swag. And isn't he on a smartphone also, or something like that? Or is that a two-way sidekick jump off he's got going? I don't know. Cats are saying that doesn't match up with the timeline, because from my understanding, and again, those in the know about this, like who went to Freaknik, or went to multiple Freaknik events. From my understanding, it started in the early 80s. Like I said, I thought around 83, 84, in the ATL area or whatever, and originally just kicked off as like a picnic type spring break vibes, with something small, simple, and it grew from there drastically and turned into a huge major event. You know what I mean? You seeing some of the footage, cats selling t-shirts, individuals partying. I think even artists showing up to do their thing. Two names that I recall, from my memories back in the day of hearing about Freaknik, and these two names are being, mentioned, attached to this documentary, is Uncle Luke and Jermaine Dupri. But from my understanding, it carried on, grew, started in the 80s all the way through the 90s and late, like 99. I don't know that I don't know if it was flat out banned or stopped, but it slowed down around that time. Like Freaknik 94 is the year you heard that woman in that viral TikTok talking about, as I guess one of the main years where I guess the festivities were known to be super active. But from my understanding, it like stopped or slowed down right around 2000, and then may have kicked back off in like 2014 or 2019 or something like that. Like a couple years, it was revived in a smaller incarnation, of the original festivity. So Cass is just like, yo, this Kanye West footage is fraudulent. The years, the device, that he's got, the clothing he's rocking, it's just not adding up, you know. But there's another picture that resurfaced of, you know, some explicit, not safe for work material, where there is a cop, or maybe I can't tell if he's a flat out officer or a security guard getting hands on with a female. I don't know. It just seemed to be a wild event or whatever. And it's just kind of crazy to think of when you heard that woman in the clip talking and everything, you know, the like events like Freaknik or Spring Break or whatever, like wildish going on, you know, in today's current climate, you know, with everyone having social media and phones everywhere, you know, like individuals are probably a lot more mindful of being caught on camera, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Times is just different, you know, like everyone pretty much has it in their head when they go outside or go to a big event, just period, that we're under constant surveillance. You know, it was just a different era back then. But what does everyone think about this? Once again, where you at, Freaknik? You know, what do you think the documentary is gonna be? You know, like what type vibes do you think the documentary is gonna be on? As I'm saying that, I'm thinking of not long ago, did anyone out there see the documentary that Netflix did about Woodstock '99? You know, Woodstock was like what the original one was way back in the day in the 60s or 70s or whatever. And then there was like one in 94 or whatever. But in 2000, you know, things went kind of left. A lot of destruction. Things got pretty crazy when Limp Bizkit was performing, and it just went bad in a lot of ways. And, you know, the documentary definitely touched on that heavily in some and whatnot. But they, you know, they also cover some other stuff. But, you know, that was just a disastrous event, you know, period. You know what I'm saying? With Freaknik, yes, we've heard stories over the years of some bad things happening, but I don't know, like, I don't know. Obviously, again, I was young. I don't know if I don't believe that the event was looked at like that, period. You know what I mean? So y'all feel what I'm saying? Like the Woodstock 2000-ish just went all bad, where Freaknik was an event that grew over the years and was known to get wild or whatever, get loose. And you know, some things may have happened there, but it wasn't, from my understanding, a disaster like that other event that I just speaking of was. So, you know, what do y'all think? You know, do you think that this documentary is going to look at it in a negative light, or more or less just try to ish on the whole event, period? Or, you know, do you think it's just gonna tell the story? What do y'all think about all this hype and all this anxiety, you know, that like some of the people that, you know, and females that may have been there before have? Like, you know, I see people talking about, yo, you're gonna see your mom wilding out back then. No one wants to see that. Or auntie tripping. I don't know. I just don't know what to think of this, but it just is a major discussion that has just broke out over like the past week or maybe even few days. I'm like, damn, man, this Freaknik documentary is really got people talking, you know. So comment, let me know again if you were there, your thoughts. Why they lying on Kanye? Who the hell pulled that up? Let's kick it all about Freaknik, the documentary, the history, everything. I'm intrigued to know. Thanks for watching. It's Coffee, and I'm about this thing, y'all. Have a good day. Peace.